Hello guys, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Shahi Works. Today we are here with another session of solving SQL LeetCode problem. Now we are gonna solve monthly transactions 1. Now here I am having the table as transactions. Also in input table I am having transactions table, ID, country, state, amount and trans data. Here I want the output to be as, since the output box is very longer, you have to enlarge this. I am gonna maximize it. Now you can able to see clearly. In output I want month, country, trans count, approved count, trans total amount and approved total amount. So first of all, after reading your question, understand how to get and where which conditions you have to apply for your output. So first, by using select query, I want the date format, trans date, in that string I'm gonna write it as %y, that is year, minus %month. So in date format I want the first column output of trans date to be as whatever my column name as output as month. Also I want it as a country, right? So I'm giving it as country. In the next line you have to give it. Also I'm gonna use count. In that count 1 as whatever you want your output to be as. So I'm gonna write it as my table name. I want the table name to be as, and I want it to be counted as trans count, comma. Next I'm gonna use sum in open bracket, state is equal to in string approved. I have to mention the condition as approved. So I want the sum state to be as and approved as my table name as approved count, comma. In next line, sum of amount I want it as trans total amount, my column name and output. Also again I'm using sum. In that I'm gonna use if state is equal to in string approved, comma, amount, comma 0. I want it as approved total amount, and at last you have to give it from your table name. My table name is transaction. Always your input table, your first input table. Here I'm having only one table, so I'm gonna write it as transaction and I'm grouping it. So you have to group it by 1, comma 2. So this is the query, and at last don't forget to place a semicolon here. So in output, first I want the trans date to be as month and country. I found it. Next I have counted it as trans count, and at last I want the account approved, right? So I'm gonna calculate sum average as approved count, and at last I'm gonna use sum if approved condition as approved total count, and at last I'm grouping it. So if I highlight and execute it, I'm getting an error. Since if you have any spelling mistakes, you will be getting runtime error. So you have to check twice before running it. I made the mistake in first line, trans date. Instead of yes, I have wrote it as trans date. So now if I execute it, I am getting the output and my test case have passed it. So this is how you will be using it. I hope now you understood how to solve this problem. Thank you for your attention till now. Also, if you found this video was useful, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more useful contents like this.